Hey guys, Jeremy Wells here. Today we got one of the hottest players on the planet, Dustin Johnson. Gonna see what he's up to. This driver was caught. They might have started this camera just a hair late, so I think he's already moving the club. See, it's back from the ball just a bit. That being said, we can still get a good idea of what's going on. Number one, super strong grip. You see a ton of the back of that left hand. As he gets this thing going, we can also see his left arm is pretty much hyperextended from the get-go. Also a very straight right arm, kind of anti-Hogan. Hogan would be more of a home plate kind of look with his arms, even though he claimed he looked like Johnson, but that's another story. As he starts, he is going to immediately pinch that right arm in front of him, even more than it is at setup. So right away, he gets this right arm looking like so. Now, if you just try that, unless you somehow do this already, if you just try that, that is a really unique feeling, really puts some stress right up in this area. You can feel it in the back of your right shoulder. He is just going to keep that kind of tension built up throughout the entire swing. So his trunk, his body's not really going to start to turn until here. This club's already moved close to 2 feet. Another telltale sign that he's got that right arm really externally rotated early and pinched in front of him. You're going to see it below his left arm parallel. About any of my students who have this look halfway back will almost certainly reverse it on the way down and lose their right arm behind them. I have a feeling he's not going to do that. Crazy turn, ouch. Not a still camera, but if we just kind of mark the logo on his head here, you get the idea he's compressing into the ground slightly. Also kind of unique, when you make this big of a shoulder turn, you know his head's got to turn a little bit with it, so it'd be super hard to keep your head dead still. He kind of proves that that's all right. One of my favorite things to do with this downswing is mark his belt. Keep an eye on where that goes. Again, ouch. Check out that right arm, bent back just like it was after address. Check it out here on the way down. You're not going to get a right arm much more wedged in front than that. Super, super, super open by the time he hits this ball. Belt is facing, that way. Club's lagged, trailing. And what I like the most about this, he's probably swinging this 120, I don't know, something. I don't know what he hits it on the course. And if you watch this face on the way through, and club face, that could be a little 20-foot putt. I mean, look how solid that is. Look at this line between his club and his left arm. Just ridiculous. Unbelievable how he can do that, how open he is, how aggressive this action is. We're going to look at the other angle. We'll see this goofy wrist action he has going on. And he gets the club. What I like the most about this, club shut, obviously, gets the club into a position that requires him to rotate super aggressively. He has to get out of the way, or he's going to hit it dead left. So he's forced to be this good, I guess. A little goofy finish. He kind of just, I don't know, he's so extended. He's so up when he hits it with his belt and with his legs. Kind of comes back down to earth, reflexes his left knee, and, you know, whatever. Looks a little goofy, but it's kind of a product of how awesome everything is right before it. This is a 3-wood shot, not super face on. Funny enough, looks to me like he's just driving this green. I don't know where this is, but life's good. Just whipping out a little 3-wood to knock it on off the tee. We'll have to see how much this camera moves. We can always mark something over here on the side, see where it goes. All right, so these lines are going to be almost worthless. You see that camera's moving an inch or so. So we'll keep that in mind. No surprise, it's going to be a hands out takeaway. Okay. You can see also this club is a little more toe down than maybe Old Tiger or Hogan or some guys. That's going to be a factor throughout his entire swing. This is where he does really his own thing. He totally bows this left wrist at the top. So you know that club face is just dead shot. And he's going to kind of keep it there as he comes down. So some people would call this kind of shut to open. You see he doesn't have quite as sharp of a bow in his left wrist as he did at the top. And he's just so darn open. There's so much separation and delay of this club trailing him that he's able to hold that face off and just launch it. And to think now, you know, from that US Open he won at Oakmont, he was playing a cut from this position. So pretty cool. Another very unique thing that he does is get this extreme angle. And he increases it, as most good players do. So that's at 32 by my angle here on V1. You'll see him hit some irons where he gets even more bent over. If you just try to put yourself in that position and get as open as he does, I mean, good luck. Your back is going to be put to the test. And then one last one here, pretty cool. Face on shot. Camera looks pretty good to me. Weird angle, but it's still. This is definitely at Augusta. Here you can see that pre-setting of his arms. You watch his right arm, you know, he's starting back here, but as he starts the club back, it's moving like so. A little bit of Hogan in here with this right leg action deepening from the start. Super full turn. And as all good players do, starts forward from the ground. Very aggressive lower body action. I mean, the separation, you see that right arm wedging in there again. Nobody does that like he does. Must just be an incredible feeling to be able to hit a golf ball like that. Just a great line. Club stays beautifully in line with his left arm through the hit. Looks super, super solid with everything he's got going on. And then his vintage kind of goofy finish. So, really cool stuff. If you want to have some fun with this, try to get your wrist in that position, point it up at the sky, super strong. A, try not to hit it left. B, see if when you hit it, you can get your hips pointed, I don't know, out that direction. Just ridiculous. So, there you go. That is a super physically demanding swing by probably the best athlete on tour. So, fun to watch. I'd expect him to have another big year in 2017. Thanks, guys.